everyone, I'm back again to read the third chapter of Gabriel's album. I decided to change my recording schedule a little bit so that I would now just record this chapter, and then on the weekend I'll record the discussion of chapter 3 along with the reading of chapter 4. So up till now, just because it happened with the first one, I've recorded the chapter reading and then my discussion of it in the same session. But it occurred to me when one of the people was commenting on chapter 2's chapter book reading was that I'm not giving any opportunity for people to make comments about that chapter, and then I would have to address it in the next chapter, and it's a bit weird. So I thought it would make more sense if I record just this chapter reading, and then on the weekend I'll record the discussion of chapter 3 and the recording of chapter 4. And going forward, that's what I'll do. I'll just record the discussion, addressing any questions or comments that people had about it, and the reading of the next chapter, so that you guys, if you have any questions or comments that you would like me to address, make them in the comments down below, and I will talk about them on the weekend when I talk about chapter 3, the third song. So I guess we should get into it. Here we go. This is, by the way, the first time they have sex. So I'm not nervous at all. This is also the first time, fun fact, the first time that I'm recording with somebody else in the house with me. I'm very, very self-conscious right now. And I feel like, even though I know they're not, I feel like they're listening, standing at the door and listening to me, even though I know they're not. But it feels like it. So I'm very self-conscious. We all know how that goes. But I will do my best to do as good a performance as I can for you. And if you're watching this on TikTok, you'll have to go to YouTube if you want to see how badly or well I did, because I can't. TikTok doesn't like it. It's not my fault. Anyway, before I start, please like and subscribe and tell your friends and share this video, and let's start reading Gabriel's album. Here we go. Chapter 3, the third song. I'm in the kitchen of my apartment, sliding the garlic chicken that I'm cooking for my date tonight with Ariana into the oven. I thought that maybe if we had our date at my place, she might be able to see me as a regular guy. I look around my apartment. Shit, when did I get so much expensive stuff? Everything here costs a fortune now that I think about it. So much for pretending to be a regular guy. I'm such a douche. I'm still freaking out about this when my phone rings and I see Harrison's name on it. Hey bro, what's up? I answer. I just wanted to check if you're coming in the limo with us to April's birthday party next week. Damn, I'd forgotten about that. I've been hoping to see Ariana again next weekend. If tonight goes well, of course. The band has been slammed with promotional stuff for the tour for the last 2 weeks, and I haven't been able to see her since our last date. I might call April and see if I can bring someone with me to her party. Harrison wants an answer, so I'm a bit cagey when I reply. I'm not sure. I might be bringing someone. They know that I've been talking to someone, but I haven't told them much about Ariana. It's weird because normally I tell the guys everything. I just want to keep her to myself for a little while though. Are you talking about this mystery woman you've been keeping from us? Harrison asks, and I can hear the smile in his voice. Ooh, tell us about her, I hear Heather say in the background. Put him on speaker, Harrison. I laugh as I hear the sound of the phone call change, and I can tell that I've been put on speaker. I might as well tell them about Ariana. Hi there, Miss Busybody. What would you like to know? What's her name and how did you meet her? Heather asks immediately, and I laugh again. Her name is Ariana, and I met her at the fundraiser for the hospital that we played last month, I tell them. Did you meet her, Harrison? Heather asks. I don't think so. I can hear the question in his voice. In for a penny, in for a pound. Heather won't be satisfied until she knows everything as usual. No, only Seb met her. Seb met her? Heather seems to perk up at this information, and I have zero doubt that she'll call him as soon as I'm off the phone if she's not already texting him as we speak. Yes, he did. We were both drunk and basically gave her the worst impression of us ever. Seb hit on her, I groan. Shocker, Harrison says dryly. Yeah, she wasn't interested, but I went to talk to her later and we hit it off. We're having our second date tonight. Where are you taking her? Heather asks. She's coming over to my place. I grin as I say it because I know how Heather will react to this news. Ooh, you're gonna get laid tonight? Have fun, big guy. Heather's laughing while she says it. Ariana and I have been texting and talking on the phone a lot. Sometimes we've had phone sex, and I'm definitely hoping that we'll have sex tonight. Thanks. So, yeah, if it goes well, I might call April and see if Ariana can come to the party with me. Yes, do that! I want to meet her! I laugh at Heather. Okay, well, I still need to see if tonight goes well and we want to see each other again. The phone call with Harrison and Heather was a nice distraction from my nerves, and Ariana arrives a few minutes after we hang up. I'm checking the garlic chicken when I hear her knock on the door. I'm surprised by how nervous I am. This is dumb. It's not like I've never dated a woman before. I open the door and see her standing there. She looks as nervous as I feel, but when she sees me, her face lights up and she smiles at me. She's so beautiful, and I feel slightly stunned for a second before I'm able to smile back at her and step aside to let her in. Hey Ari, it's good to see you, I tell her as I lead the way back to the kitchen. Take a seat, sweetheart. I hope you're hungry. What are you cooking? It smells amazing, Ariana says as she sits on one of the stools at the kitchen bench. Garlic chicken. I smile at her as I turn to check the chicken again. Garlic? Ariana asks with a laugh. So you don't want to kiss me tonight then? She makes me smile. I turn around and walk over to her. She spins around on her stool so that she's facing me and I grin cheekily at her. It depends. Did you want me to kiss you? Because I don't think that I would let garlic stop me from doing that if you did. Her eyes go wide and she's breathing quickly. I want more than anything to kiss her right now. I wouldn't say no, she whispers, and I'm thrilled by her words. I don't know what it is about her, but she seems so shy and unsure about everything, which intrigues me. I drop my head to hers and kiss her the way that I've been wanting to kiss her for weeks. She parts her lips and our tongues meet, so I step closer to her. I place one of my arms around her waist, the other around her upper back, and pull her hard against me while we kiss. I'm probably biased right now, but this is one of the best kisses of my life, and I desperately want to drag her to my bedroom and fuck her. I shove away my inner caveman tendencies and grin at her. I like you, Ari. Thanks. You're not so bad yourself, Ariana says as she blushes bright pink, and it's utterly charming. I drop my head and kiss her lips softly again before I walk back into the kitchen. I open the refrigerator and start getting out the things I need to make a salad for our dinner. Do you need any help? She asks. I don't know why this surprises me. Ariana is just so genuinely sweet all the time, but it's so different to a lot of the women that I meet these days. Sure, if you want to. Ariana walks into the kitchen and takes the lettuce, tomatoes, and cheese off me, which she carries to the bench while I turn back to get the rest of the things we need. After a minute, we're standing side by side, and Ariana is peeling a carrot while I chop some lettuce. It's completely bizarre to be standing together making a salad. It feels like we've been together for years, a strange feeling of déjà vu almost. So, do you have any brothers or sisters? I ask her to distract myself from this weird feeling. Nope, I'm an only child. You? 3 sisters, Celeste, Evangeline, and Dina. They're the best. I smile as the image of my 3 sisters pops into my head. They're all blonde-haired and blue-eyed like me. People used to joke that we looked like the children of the corn when we were growing up. Ariana looks thoughtful and frowns before her expression clears and she laughs the sweet, amused laugh. Your parents went hard on the whole angel theme then. I can't help but laugh too. You spotted that, huh? Yeah, Celeste was just a random choice. Then they kind of kept up with the whole celestial theme with the rest of our names. It must be a lot of responsibility naming another human being if you think about it. I mean, that person has that name for the rest of their lives and you don't even know if it'll suit them. They can always change it if they don't like it, though. I shrug at her. No way! I know plenty of people who hate their name, but they've never changed it. They just go around in the world with a name they hate because their parents screwed the pooch when they were born. She put a lot of thought into such a random topic that I can't resist teasing her. Does the name Ariana mean overthinks things way too much, by any chance? Ariana blushes and hands me a peeled carrot that I chop for the salad as she begins washing the tomatoes. No, it means very holy, thank you very much. She sticks her tongue out at me. Very holy? I stop cutting the carrot to look her up and down. Accurate name. I certainly feel like worshipping at your feet. I'll be damned if it isn't the truth. I don't know what it is about her. Maybe it's that she seems so insecure, but if she could see herself the way that I see her, she would be strutting around with all the confidence in the world. Well, maybe you can later. It depends on how tasty the chicken is, I guess. Oh, really? I raise an eyebrow at her in amusement. If I can't cook, you won't consider sleeping with me? Correct. Think of it as an audition. If your chicken is good, then maybe you'll get a call back. That's a lot of pressure to put on my capability of baking a chicken. I laugh and pray to all manner of gods that I don't burn the garlic chicken tonight while I'm cutting up the cheese for the salad. Ariana smiles at me. Do you think you're up for the test? I drop the cheese into the salad, wipe my hands on a towel, tilt her face up to look at me and say, yes. I drop my lips to hers and kiss her. She tastes sweet, and I'm semi-hard and thinking about dragging her to my bedroom again like the damn caveman she keeps bringing out in me when the timer goes off to tell me that the chicken is ready. Saved by the bell, Ari. I wink at her. You say saved, I say thwarted. I laugh again and marvel at her quick wit. She keeps making me laugh, and I like it. I grab the oven mitts and open the oven to pull the chicken out while Ariana finishes up with the salad. I get that odd feeling of deja vu again, as though I've lived this night 1,000 times before. Making dinner with Ariana feels natural and so right. Do you want anything to drink? I ask, once again feeling disconcerted by the strange feeling. I'll have a vodka and orange if you've got it. I get her a drink and get myself a whiskey. Fucking Sebastian has got me into drinking Glenfiddich lately. I'm hoping that Ariana won't realise that the bottle of whiskey I've just poured from is worth most people's monthly rent, if not more. I'm such a douchebag, but it tastes so fucking good. Luckily, she's distracted by serving up our meals, and I place our drinks on the table before going back to the kitchen and getting my plate. She carries her plate and follows me, and we sit down next to each other at the table. How was work this week? I ask her. Boring as shit. I hate it. Ariana rolls her eyes. She's been working as the receptionist for an accounting firm, and we text back and forth during her workday. I try to send her funny pics to keep her entertained. Nothing makes me happier than when she tells me that I've made her laugh. Any word yet on the internship you applied for? Ariana sighs. Nope, nothing. I'm starting to lose hope that I'll ever find a career worth pursuing. In the meantime, it's so much fun being a temp. I had to put in for the office pool for a gift for someone who was leaving the other day. I don't even know the guy. Ariana rolls her eyes when she says it, and I laugh. Why did you contribute if you don't know him? Well, it's not his fault that I don't know him. I'm sure he's very nice. And what if my $5 was the $5 that made the difference between him getting a good gift or a crappy gift? I wouldn't want to be the cause of that. Are you sure that Ariana doesn't mean woman who overthinks things? I tease her and I nudge her side with my elbow while smiling at her. You know what? It probably does. I should find some other Arianas and ask them if they overthink things too. She grins at me. How was your week at work, Gabriel Knight? Oh, my week was boring as shit too. I wink, knowing that it's so far out of the realm of a regular person's working week. But if you really want to know, we did some interviews. Well, a lot of interviews. We had some rehearsals this week as well. You should come along one day and check it out if you're free. I think it's going to be awesome. As soon as I finish telling her about my week and invite her to our rehearsals, I regret it. She's got that slightly stunned look on her face, and she looks at me as though I have Rockstar tattooed on my forehead in capital letters. Then she frowns, and I remember that I've just invited her somewhere with Sebastian as well. There are so many reasons that she probably doesn't want to come and see us rehearse. I start to backtrack. You don't have to if you don't want to. Look, I know you don't like Seb. Ariana sighs. No, it's not Sebastian. Damn. It being Sebastian was the better option. That's easily explained away, because that would mean it's not me that's the problem. If you don't want to come and see us rehearse, that's fine. I just thought you might want to. I can't keep my voice modulated, and my words come out a lot cooler than I intended. Wait, Gabriel, it's not that, Ariana says quickly. I do want to come and see you guys rehearse. That would be amazing. I'm honoured that you would invite me. She stops talking, but I feel like she has more to say, and I'm unsurprised when she continues on. I really like you. You're amazing. When you're here, with me, that is. When you're out there, Ariana gestures to the window, indicating to the outside world. You're Gabriel Knight. I know that you're just a man, but the world doesn't know that. They see the rock star. It's the life that you lead, and that's okay. I don't know. I only just graduated from college. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, and I'm not sure I want it picked apart by the media. I frown and barely resist sighing out loud. There it is, the rock star thing again. I like her a lot, and that's starting to scare me because she seems pretty fucking unsure of how she feels about me. What are you doing here then, Ari? I'm not going to stop being a rock star anytime soon. I ask her the question because I can't understand her thinking. She obviously has a real problem with me being a rock star, but she's still doing this with me. I feel terrible when she looks like she might start crying, and I'm about to apologize when she sighs and looks me in the eye. I'm here because I met a guy I liked, and he asked me out on a date. I'm here because that guy makes me smile when the day is long. I'm here because I like you, Gabriel Knight, even if I don't like the world you inhabit. I can't respond at once. I'm terrified of saying the wrong thing. So much of what she said gives me hope. I make her smile. She likes me, but she hates my world. What do I do with that information? I want to keep seeing her, but my world is what it is. I'm glad you're here. I guess we just keep having fun and see where this goes? I ask her, on edge because part of me thinks she might just decide to end things with me here and now. I guess we do, she says, and I swear that my entire body relaxes. Also, because this chicken is really good, I'm just saying. I can't stop the grin that makes its way onto my face. I'd actually forgotten about sex for a few moments there, in amongst my fear that she wouldn't want to continue our relationship. Is that what this is? I mean, we're dating, so it basically is. I need to remember that this is only our second date. So I passed my audition? I ask her. I think you're probably on the callback sheet at this point. I laugh again at her quip and we continue eating our meal. When we finish, I take her into the theatre room and we sit next to each other on the sofa. I put a comedy on Netflix and find myself relaxing as I sit with her and watch it. Everything about being with her feels natural and right. We watch the film, laughing together and commenting with whatever thoughts come into our heads. By the end of the film, I've pulled her onto my lap and have one arm around her waist. I find myself playing with her hair. It's silky and smooth, and I love the feeling of it in my hand as it flows through my fingers. She fits perfectly next to me, and I'm surprised by how enjoyable my time with her has been this evening. As the end credits begin to roll, I drop my head to hers and kiss her. She parts her lip as our kiss deepens. My body responds in exactly the way I would expect it to, and I've got a painfully hard erection. When our kiss ends, I look at her and I don't think that I've ever wanted a woman as much as I want Ariana right now. I've waited weeks to get her into a bed. Do you want to take this to the bedroom? I ask, desperate for her to say yes, even though I respect her answer if she says no. Yes, she says in a throaty voice. I definitely do. I stand up from the sofa, take her hand in mine, and lead the way to my bedroom. When we walk inside, she laughs. Just how many thread counts are these sheets then, rockstar Gabriel Knight? I grin at her and am telling the complete truth when I say, I don't even care as long as you're lying in them. Ariana blushes and I feel triumphant at having her in my bedroom. I can't wait to have her underneath me while I fuck her. I step closer to her and kiss her again before I pull her t-shirt off over her head. I kneel in front of her and unbutton her jeans before pulling them down, standing up as she steps out of them and kicks them aside. God damn, you're so fucking sexy. I growl, and my stupid inner caveman comes out as I push her onto the bed. She doesn't seem to mind that I was probably too rough with her, only scoots back so that her head is on the pillow as she watches me take off my top and drop it on hers. I remove my shoes and then my jeans. It's probably the sexiest thing I've ever heard when Ariana moans as I remove my boxers and free my erection. Come here, baby, I instruct her. She crawls back to the edge of the bed and sits in front of me, her legs on either side of mine, and lowers her mouth to my cock. Her lips are soft around my hard shaft, and her tongue is wet and warm as she sucks and licks me. I groan and reach my hand into her bra, where I knead her breast before I roll her nipple between two fingers. She moans her satisfaction onto my cock, and the vibrations of her moans send waves of pleasure reverberating throughout my body. She moves her head back and forth faster as I reach my other hand down to play with her other breast before pushing her bra down under her breasts. Their pert peaks look glorious, and I love having free access to them as she continues to suck me. I have to stop her in a second or I'm going to blow my load down her throat, and that is not where I want to be when I come. I urge her up onto her knees so that I can kiss her, and our tongues are intertwined as I lift her and move her back on the bed so her head is on the pillow again. I continue to kiss her as I reach my hand down into her panties. She gasps when I brush my fingers softly against her clit. It's a wonderful sound, and I want to hear it again. I want to see her come in person, the way she's done for me on the phone so many times. I break our kiss and smile at her as I begin to rub her clit with more intent. She throws her head back and closes her eyes while moaning loudly. Come for me, sexy. She doesn't take long at all to follow my instruction, and I get to watch her topple over into orgasm, moaning my name as she does, which thrills me. She lays in front of me, panting heavily, before I pull her underwear down her legs and throw them aside. I unclip her bra and throw that aside as well. Ariana is stunning, lying naked and so ready for me. I take a moment to just drink in the sight of her. I look her over from head to toe, amazed that I get to have a creature as gorgeous and sweet as she is in my bed. You're so beautiful, I murmur, feeling awestruck by the sight of her. So are you, she replies, and I'm probably too pleased by this compliment as I move over her and kiss her deeply again. I reach into my side table and grab a condom out of it. Do you want this, Ari? I ask her. I know that she does, but I want her absolute consent before we do this. I want to know that she wants me to fuck her senseless as much as I want to do it. Yes. I open the condom and roll it onto my cock. Are you sure? I ask, holding my weight on my hands above her. Positive. She smiles at me invitingly. I definitely want this. It's the hottest fucking thing to know that she is as into this as I am. That's what I wanted to hear. I kiss her again, slowly and gently, as I enter her. She's tight around me and warm, silky, smooth and amazing. I begin to fuck her and I almost die when she wraps her legs around me as we move together in rhythm. I lean down and kiss and suck on her neck and ear before kissing her mouth again. She moans with pleasure as her ecstasy overtakes her and I am fucking done for. I groan as I follow her, my cock spasming as her muscles grip me through her orgasm. We lie together, panting in unison and cuddling for a few minutes before I pull myself out, remove the condom and dispose of it. I come back to the bed and join her under the covers. God, that was even better than I imagined, she tells me, and I can't agree more. Damn straight, I reply, holding her close to me. It doesn't take long for Ariana to fall asleep wrapped in my arms, but I take a little longer. This was the best second date I've ever had. I'm definitely going to ask April if I can take Ariana to her party next week. I need to see more of this woman, and I definitely enjoy having her in my bed. Probably a little too much, in all honesty. Well, that is the end of the third song. So, that was Gabriel and Ariana's second date. So the next chapter will obviously be the fourth song, because that's how counting works. And we get to see Gabriel and Ariana go on a date to a celebrity birthday party. I'm really looking forward to reading that chapter and then having the discussion about it, because things happen. I can't say anymore. So I will be back on Tuesday with the discussion video for this video, which I'll be recording on the weekend. So if you have any comments or questions that you would like me to answer, put them in the comments down below. Please like this video, please subscribe, please tell your friends, please share it, and come along as we read Gabriel's album, and hopefully you will fall in love with them, get very frustrated, maybe cry, but then get happy in the end. Sound like fun? Anyway, I'll be back on Tuesday. I'll see you guys then. Bye!